This should be a fun one. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to Saints TV Weekly for April 3rd. It has been one hell of a week, a big week, one hell of a week in the Saints TV world. But before we get into all the big news, we want to thank, as always, Inglewood Coffee Roasters for sponsoring Saints TV Weekly for 2023. Go to inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au and use the discount code SAINTS40 and you get 40% off coffee, tea and chai products. And I know for a fact that a few of you got some last week and you left it in the comments and you enjoyed it, you loved it. So if you guys love your coffee, love your tea, love your chai, get on board. 40% off. You're not going to get a deal any better than that anywhere else. Okay, so the week. I mean, to be honest, there's been so much going on. It's ridiculous. But straight off the bat, before we get into anything else, I just want to congratulate Nick Del Sano, Lee Montagna. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame for St Kilda. That was announced just before the game, so great timing there. Didn't get a chance to post about it, but I just wanted to mention that it is so well deserved. Two superstars of the competition. Joey in person is just an awesome guy, and he was an even better player. And then you got Nicky Dowell as well, who was honoured on Saturday night. And then on top of that, Bill Moore. I think he played 196 games from like the 1930s or so, kicked over 700 goals. He's now been elevated into legend status. So this amazing honours there for those three. Well deserved and Saints heroes forever, no doubt. Okay, so Saturday night itself, the 150th anniversary game against the Bombers, round 3. We wanted to win 3 in a row. The Bombers wanted to ruin it, especially Carl Langford. Got on my nerves all week and what a night it was. Like, first of all, the pre-game, seeing the colours everywhere, the celebrations on ground, the fireworks around the G, it was unbelievable. The club couldn't have done a better job in really setting the scene for a really memorable night. And to be fair, all that was left at that point was the boys to deliver the 4 points. And geez, that first quarter, that first 20 minutes, we were thinking, wow, this game's over. Like, it's over. We're flying. 34-0 inside 20 minutes. Couldn't have been a better start. But we all know we can't get ahead of ourselves as Saints fans. And credit to the Bombers, they worked themselves back into the game to the point where they leveled midway through the fourth, 61 apiece. And at that point, I was shit my dacks a little bit there. It was a bit nerve-wracking, but the boys rallied. They found another gear. They went to that gear. And that last 10 minutes was as good as the first 15 minutes of the game. We finished strongly just as we started strongly. So it's great signs there that we've got those gears to go to. And when the game gets tight, we are not going to go into our shells. We're going to thrive and play on and go through the guts and win the game. And that's what we did. So it was a very fitting end to the game, the way we went about it. We played with heart, we played with pride and guts, and we got the glory at the end. So it was a brilliant night. It was a perfect performance. Apart from some more injuries. That's the downside. And we're awaiting results. I haven't heard anything on this, but it's not looking good. Jimmy Webster, what did he cop? He copped a facial injury in a head clash late in the game. And this one's the most disappointing. Mason Wood, off the back of a man of the match performance. 3 votes for him, absolutely. 27 disposals, 11 marks and a goal. The only player this year to do that every game that they've played, to get 20 disposals or more and kick a goal every game in the competition, the only player to do that is Mason bloody Wood. And he may be out for an extended period. We don't know yet, but he sustained a pretty serious shoulder injury, AC joint, so I don't know how that's looking. I think they're going to get tests today. It could be 6 weeks, it could be less, it could be more. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But that's just the classic case of the season. We have a great win and we cop some injuries. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And so far for St Kilda, that's happening. Every time we get an injury, someone else comes in and does a job and we keep winning. And I know for a fact that if Mason Wood can't play this week and Jimmy Webster can't play this week, you got Ben Patton straight into the back pocket position. Liam Stocker, he was unbelievable on the weekend. Cal Wilkie will take the reins again as captain, and we're all set there in the backline. Our backline is humming. And to be fair, that's our most important position because we're staying in games long enough because of the backline that eventually when things open up, we start kicking goals and we take advantage of the opposition. So it's working well there very, very well. And then Mason Wood, you could imagine maybe Ronnie Burns and Brad Hill on the wings, or even push Sinclair to a wing. and rotate there. And then even Mateus Filippo, he's capable of playing on a wing. He's got the tank, he's got the size. He didn't get a lot of the ball on the weekend. He got 14, but he was quiet by his standards this year. Maybe that's a good position for him. So we've got some versatility there, Saners. So although it is disappointing, we're 3-0. We're going for 4-0 against a red-hot Gold Coast team who just beat the Cats. It's going to be a big game, but I'm backing the boys again. Sandy as well on top of that had a really good win, and I think that's really important for Sandy. They were disappointing in round one, but they beat Essendon, I think it was by about 37 points. And the key standout, to be fair, Max Heath kicked 5. So there's a chance maybe he could get snuck into the team. Who knows? To support Rowan Marshall in the ruck, maybe play him deep as well. Remains to be seen, but there's a chance. And the other one that really stood out, Jack Perez kicked 3, looked really good as that small pressure forward. And Bytel, 35 disposals and 2 goals, I believe, at Sandy. So there is a big chance you'd imagine, and 6 tackles on top of that. So you'd imagine Jack Bytel could get called up. Windy played the game out. He was back from his injury, kicked a clutch goal, laid a few big tackles. It was great to see. Everyone just played the part again. Every single player. Even Cordy, he got subbed off in the 4th for Patton, but he still set up a couple of goals and laid a massive tackle on the wing where he left his man and laid the tackle. So there's all this team first mentality, next man up mentality. We keep that going this week. There is every chance we can be 4-0 going into the Collingwood game in Adelaide at Adelaide Oval for the gather round, and they may well be 4-0 as well. So that'll be huge if 2 teams in round 5 go in undefeated. But we won't get ahead of ourselves just yet. And to AFLW news. We're flying through this, by the way. AFLW news. We got some really, really good news. Obviously, there's been a lot of news about players leaving and trades and all that. But the big news of the week was that 24 Saners re-signed for the upcoming 2023 season. I don't need to list every single one, but there's some big names there. Obviously, you got Alice Burke, you got Nat Exon, Darcy Guttridge, Bianca Jacobson, Caitlin Matthews, Molly McDonald, Georgia Patricios, Nicola Zenos, Hannah Stewart, Nicola Stevens, Ash Richards, Hannah Priest, our captain as well. So very, very big names there amongst, another 20 odd there that I haven't named that have re-signed, which is great commitment to the club. We needed that to happen after the mass exodus of pretty big name players. And, getting a couple of big names in, but we wanted to, again, re-sign a bunch of that core, and we have done that. So good to see that's been done. I'm not sure when the season starts. The draft is, I believe, tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see what we do there in the draft. But yeah, great signs there for AFLW to get that all sorted for 24 Saners to re-sign. Now, the other news of the week, you may have seen already, you may not, but it's pretty crazy. I was on live television this morning. Yeah, me. This guy was on live television this morning. Only for a brief moment, but it's still pretty good. Last night got hit up by the producers on Channel 7 for Sunrise. And they said, they like what I do. And do you want to get on the sports section with Mark Beretta at 7:30 in the morning? I was like, wow, shit, this is big. Let's do it. What do you want me to do, a Zoom call or whatever? They're like, we reckon we can get a camera crew to you. I was like, shit, okay, camera crew. They rocked up at about 6:45, so I was up nice and early, had the coffee, had the brekkie, and just kind of calming myself down because I was pretty nervous, to be honest. And then, the live cross happened at 7:30, so I think it went well. I did speak to the cameraman off air. I was like, he's a Cats fan, isn't he? And he's like, yeah. Like, what do you reckon? Can I link, that they're bottom and we're top? And he's like, do it. So I did it. Got a good laugh out of everyone. Good vibes, good banter. I know Cats fans will hit me up and give me shit, but it's just a bit of fun. The Cats fans are up and about all the time. If we get a brief moment on top and they get a brief moment on the bottom, you got to sink the teeth in. You got to enjoy it. That is the beauty of football banter. And I gave that to Mark Beretta live on television. So that was good fun. But thanks for everyone as well for all the really kind words of support and saying you're proud and good on you, Jakey, and all that. It's just amazing to see. I'm kind of just rolling with all this stuff. It's not really something I think about too often, but it's pretty crazy to get messages from people saying, hey, I just saw you on TV. What the hell? So yeah, hopefully more of that to come, more big news on the channel to come. But yeah, I couldn't have done that without you. I would not have gotten that opportunity without the support of everyone on this channel, helping Saints TV grow to what it is today. And speaking of growing to what it is today, we have ticked over 6,000 subs on YouTube. That means I give away the Nicky Dell signed frame in the next couple of days. So if you haven't subscribed, do it, because if you do, you will be in the running to win that. I'm going to go through the subscribers in the next couple of days. I'm going to pick a random Sainer out of my 6,000 subs, and they're going to walk away with a Nicky Dell signed portrait. Not bad timing when he's just been inducted into the St Kilda Hall of Fame. And then when we hit 7K, Nick Riewold's next on the agenda. So if you want Nicky Riewoldt or Nicky Dell, I don't know why I said Nicky for Riewoldt. So if you want Nick Riewoldt or Nicky Dell, all you got to do is subscribe and you might win it. And then I've got Medallion Club tickets to most games coming up, potentially this weekend as well, that I might give away. So we're just giving away everything at Saints TV just for a bit of fun. All you got to do is subscribe and that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, Sainers. Thank you again for your support. Please like the video. Please comment your thoughts. Let's keep the discussions rolling in the comments. I love reading and responding to as many as I can. And most importantly, subscribe, as I mentioned, for all the reasons that I've already mentioned. And make sure to support Inglewood Coffee Roasters on inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au. Discount code SAINTS40. You get 40% off coffee, tea, and chai. So enough of the plugs. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'll be back during the week for the big preview to go 4-0 against the Gold Coast Suns. Massive test coming up at Marvel Saturday night. Get to the ground. I'll see you there. Go, you mighty Sainers. See you guys. Thank you.